When you walk in the room, you want them to be like, oh, it's her. She's here. It's going to get done. She's here. Okay. I am ready to start a series, y'all. Okay. First series right here on YouTube. I want to give you guys some tips and tricks as far as getting started in the events industry. Okay. So for this first series, this is going to be geared towards my event planners, event designers, event coordinators, anyone in the events industry. A common question that I get and that a lot of business coaches get is, how can I stand out in my market? How can I stand out in a market that seems so saturated, which is a valid question. Everywhere you turn, there's somebody else somebody could really go to. So how can you stand out? So I want to let you know 6 ways that you can stand out in your industry, no matter how saturated it is. So first, I want to start off by recognizing that saturation is good. Being in a saturated market is actually helpful for your business if you really think about it. If there is no demand for what you are offering, then you won't get any business. So if you are in a market that seems saturated, good for you. You're in the right place because people want what you have to offer. They've shown you because they're getting it from others, which is why the market is saturated in the first place. So don't be discouraged if you feel like, oh, well, being in the events industry there's just too many people already doing what I want to do. Don't think that way. Go ahead and put the work in needed so that you can get a good footing and that you can now stand out in this market, because there are ways. The first way that you can stand out in a saturated market is to be recognizable. Okay. People want to go to who they know. They want to go to who they see. They want to shop and do business with who they are familiar with. So be recognizable on social media and in person. So here's 2 ways to do that. So on social media, or digitally, I should say, because it really doesn't matter the platform, make sure that you are showing your face. You are showing the behind the scenes of what you do. Okay. You want people to get an inside glimpse, because then they feel like they know you, which is what I love, because they feel like they know you before they've even hired you. People hire who they know, like, and trust. And if they don't, you have to have a track record of doing something great that catches their attention. So in order to have done that, you have to be present online. So you have to post, okay? You have to post, you have to be present, you have to show people who you are and what you do. Another way to be recognizable is in your look. Brand yourself. I'll talk so much more about that here on this channel because I have taken a lot of pride in branding myself. So be recognizable. Your logo should be shown everywhere that you can show it, okay? Everywhere that you can smack a logo, smack it, okay? Put it on there. Your clothes, change your daily look to reflect your brand. I see a lot of people, they'll change their logo. A lot of times I actually say don't do that. Try to stick with your logo as long as you can, because the longevity of your logo makes it even more recognizable, which makes you an accredited brand just because, oh, I've seen that before. How many times have you hired someone or you've paid for a service simply because, oh, I recognize that brand, so they must be good? People are more likely to choose you over others. So I would say, keep the same logo as long as possible and make sure that you are showing up. People don't necessarily buy what you offer, they buy you. So when you are a faceless business, it kind of makes it a little harder for potential clients to trust you. People can see that you are a real life person and they'll want to support even more, okay? Be recognizable. For me, I'm all about the pink, okay? Even though I'm going to set up an event and I'm going to get sweaty, like that is going to be a thing. But I'm still going to come looking fabulous. Okay. I have a specific look that I go for. I have my logo shirt. I have my cute pink belt, my tool belt, which I'm very serious about, not only because it's functional, but it's super cute. I don't care if I'm up on a ladder. I don't care if I'm on my knees on the floor placing some flowers somewhere. Sis is cute. Okay. So make sure that you are representing yourself well, and you are recognizable when you walk in. When you walk in the room, you want them to be like, oh, it's her. She's here. It's going to get done. She's here. Okay. So be you, do you. Bring your own unique flair to whatever you are doing and to your business so that people know when I see that. Yes. So, number 2, the next way you are going to stand out in a saturated market is to create an experience. Okay. If you are in the events industry in any capacity, you are not just creating an event or providing a service for an event. You want to create an experience for your clients. How do you create an experience? Well, know what your client needs. Know what they are looking for. You want to understand their vision for their event so that you can make sure you are meeting their needs as well as thinking beyond what their needs are so that you can create something that they were not expecting. You're looking beyond and you're sprinkling a little bit of fairy dust on it. Okay. I like to say sprinkling a little dust on it. Okay. So essentially it is under-promising, but over-delivering, which brings me to number 3, under-promise, over-deliver. Say under-promising, we don't mean giving them less. We mean mapping out what services or items you are providing for that client so that you have an understanding together. Okay, as the client, this is what I'm receiving from Samia when she shows up to my event. Over-delivering is, okay, on my end, I know what you have asked for and what we have mapped out. But you know what? I think this would be a great addition to your event. How can I take it a little bit further? I have never had a client that was upset because I did too much. Okay. Most of the time, this is about recalling your meetings that you've had with the client. Maybe when you guys were in the brainstorming phase where they were throwing out all their Pinterest ideas. They were laying a whole Pinterest board on you because you know that's how they do. And there were certain things that they asked for or that they were interested in, but by the end, they were like, well, we'll go ahead and have to take that off. We'll have to take this off. I try to remember those things because some of those things don't cost much for me to actually provide for them. So by me showing up on their special day and I'm like, boom, here is what you originally wanted. In addition to what we'd agreed on, they're going to look at that as, wow, she's so thoughtful. She really put a lot of effort into my event and she went above and beyond. Make sure that you are speaking with those happy clients. They're all jumping around. Oh my gosh, she was amazing. Let's take selfies. Click, click. Make sure that you take a second like, okay, can you go ahead and fill out this survey for me? Or can you do a Google review? These things help catapult your business and help you stand out in any market. Word of mouth is powerful. Okay. You want your clients to go and tell somebody that you're amazing. Number 4, have a system. Okay. By that, I mean 2 things. First, have an actual system. We're not writing up invoices or doing IOUs. Invest in a system. Some are less pricey than others, but this could be a HoneyBook. This could be a Curate. This could be Dubsado, FreshBooks. There's so many that you can choose. That is what helps the client on the other end know that you are serious and that they can trust you. Okay. You have digital signing. You have a payment system through this. You have notes that you can send to the client. You have a track record of what you are doing in the business that you are conducting with this client. It makes them feel more secure. So a common mistake I see is, oh, well, this is my family member, or this is a friend, and we skip the part of giving them an invoice or a system. No, don't do that. You want to make sure that you are keeping a record of everything that you are doing, as well as giving them a professional invoice so they understand you mean business. It's simple as that. This is a business. Treat it as such. Next, when I say system, I also mean having an actual system of how the event will be ran. Everybody likes a professional, okay? Everybody loves to see when things are ran correctly, okay? This was planned out. So you want to make sure that you have a team. You want to make sure you have a flow of the day. What I would do is I would have an event timeline. And in that event timeline, I've broken down all the major events that are going to go on leading up to the event start time, as well as the flow of the event. Have a team. Having a team gives you peace of mind. It gives you time to take a break if needed. It gives you time to clear your mind. It gives you time to think about all the details so that you can make sure that you've touched on everything to wow your client. It gives you time to have a bathroom break. It gives you time to grab some coffee. It gives you time when you have someone else and you're not the only person that your client or those who are at the event set up. It gives them someone else other than you to look at or to talk to or to ask questions to. So you need help. Stop trying to do it on your own. You need help, and that's okay. Get help. The last way that I've learned to stand out in a saturated market is to build vendor relationships, okay? So if I've done an event at any venue, I spoke to whoever owned the venue, whoever ran the venue, okay? And by building a relationship with them through a quick email after the event, that event went great, give them some feedback, ask for some feedback, ask if you can do coffee at some point so that you can build that relationship. Because in this industry, you want them to refer you. Once they see that you're absolutely awesome and that you've came and you've turned their event space out, or you've planned an amazing event that was successful, they are going to want to refer you. So build that relationship with those vendors. They're going to want to work with you again. So when they have people that come to them and ask, hey, do you know any event planners, or do you know any event designers or any florists? You are going to be top of mind because they just worked with you and you were great. So you want to make sure that you are building that relationship with them. You're talking to them. You're understanding their business so that you can also refer their business. Vendor relationships can help you not have to even advertise in the future. Okay. They are essential. So you want to make sure that you are talking to whoever you are working with, the photographer, the videographer, the DJ, planner, if that's not you, the designer, if that's not you, the florist, if that's not you, whoever is participating in that event, especially the venue, you want to make sure that you are building a relationship with them and getting to know them so that they can know and understand your brand. Now they know, like, and trust you, and they want to tell others about you. What vibes are you giving off at the event? Are you mean? Are you stuck up? Are you standoffish? These are things that you would want to avoid. You want vendors to feel like, wow, like she is dope. Okay. So I want to work with her again. I want everybody that comes to me to go to her because I know she is going to create an amazing experience for them every single time. I've had much success even in the most saturated markets simply because I have been myself and I have provided an amazing service, which I believe you can do the same if you do these 6 things. Be recognizable, provide an experience, not just an event. Underpromise, but overdeliver. Have a system, have a team, and build a relationship with those vendors. You're not about to leave the event and we didn't connect, okay? Did I connect with the cake lady at that? Oh, I need to get her number. If you are in this and you are in it for the long run and you actually want to be successful and you want to stand out, do each one of these things and don't leave any of them out. make sure that you are taking the time to build your business, especially when you're first getting started. If you're a beginning event planner or anyone starting off in the events industry, I want you to make sure that you tune into this series. If you have any questions, make sure you drop them down in the comments so I can be sure to answer them and maybe even do a video about it. So if you've stayed this long, you might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell for notifications, and let's get your questions answered. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope you have found value in this episode, which is the first episode of my first series here on this channel, Faith and Flowers. Let's connect in the comments. If you're in the events industry, what would you add? What do you think someone who has had their business and maybe it isn't thriving, what do you think they could do to stand out in the market, to help them not be so intimidated by the market being saturated? Because everybody wants to be an event planner. Everybody wants to be in the events industry because, oh my gosh, it's just so amazing, right? I think so. I love it all. So I'm here for it. Until the next, talk to you soon.